Welcome to another episode of Big Country Living. This is Christopher Dowles with Big Country Living. I've been asked a few questions and I picked out the one to me that I would record first. And the reason so is because the question that was asked was about flounder and trout fishing. And we're getting ready for the big flounder and trout run. So it just made sense to hurry up and put a video out about those questions. What I have here, I'm going to be real quick. I don't like to do a lot of talking, but I'm going to show you what I have here. Let's see. What I have here is the best setup for trout fishing. Not just trout, but flounder, and not just flounder, but if you're in freshwater, you can also use this setup for crappie. I have right here is going to be my swivel, and you're going to see why I'm going to use that swivel. I have 3 different weights here, and I'm going to tell you a lot of times for salt water, this weight here is going to be the best. That flat weight is going to be your best weight for this rig, and I'll tell you why. If you are in all sand and in the ocean, you do get areas where there's so much sand that you don't have to really worry about getting caught up. But if you're in an area where there's sand and rocks or a lot of debris, you want to go with that flat weight, because as it's pulling through at the bottom, it's going to be the last one you're going to have on your rig. It's going to be your end of your rig, so it's not going to catch up on rocks too much. If you don't have a flat weight, this weight here is always my go-to. There you go. That's my go-to weight. And if I don't have that, I keep a lot of these weights around as well. Same setup, but you have that metal little rod in there, and that's where am I at? There you go. That's that metal little rod that you tie onto. And you can use any hook you want to. As for the bait hook, I like using these in my flounder setup for 2 reasons. I'm gonna keep throwing this a lot. So, you know, once it get hit a few times, these little areas here help keep that bait on. Plus, look at this head. You see how light that head is, how much it shows underwater? So that's also part of your lure. So if you just have a regular hook on there, you throwing your bait and your bait is on there and it's going to get attracted, but this is more attraction in the water. You know, and it's got that little weight on there to hold it down closer to the sand where those flounders are going to be. So let me be real quick and show you how I tie these up. This right here is 30 pounds line here that I use. I love making my own. Real quickly, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to tie it on. Give me about 5 or 6 twists on here. Real quick, these doesn't take long at all. You know, I'm gonna bring it through that bottom area, drop it, come through the top area. Because it's on camera, it wants to give me a little kickback, but that's to be expected. Okay, Big Country. Okay. Drop it, hold it down, put a little saliva on it if you have time. It's going to help it roll and catch. I'm going to pull it slow. And that's what I have dragging in the water. Now, here, I know a lot of people use another hook at the bottom, and if you have sand, a lot of sand, that's fine. I'll just use these 2. I'll set it up, and with this next tie, I'll show you how to do it, and I'll just use this as the beginning because it has a weight. It's 2 weights. I may go a little bigger, but I'll still use this setup, but without the weight at the bottom. So, look, I'm gonna go 6 to 8 inches back. And I'm gonna, let me give me a little bit more string. What I'm gonna do is this. I'm just gonna spin this around like this. Catch it with my hand. Now, if I want to, I can bring this weight in, because this is going to make it faster. I bring my weight in 6 times. And I think that's 6. Then look, guys, I'm going to push, look, you see that? I'm just going to push up back towards that other side. Hold that, hold this. And then with my hand, I'm just going to push up. And that's going to give me, let's go in the middle. That's going to give me that little area that I need. That's going to give me a little hole or to push this through. I can push this away, do the same thing. It's going to open it up, you know. And since it's, for some reason it's not opening up like I like, I normally do this all day long, and I don't have a problem pushing it up. That is, I'm pushing it up, giving me a little slack to grab this. If not, just go in there and grab it like so. I'm in the middle of that 6, so I just bring my line back through, and look, I'm going to pull, but look, I'm pulling that back away from my cork. I mean, not my cork, my weight, and I'm going to hold it with my mouth and pull. So I have this little, I have my area here where my hook is going to go in. And this is quick and easy. If I'm not talking and trying to show you guys, I can go a lot faster. I'm going to go in and pinch this a little bit. I'm using thicker lines so it'll show up. Now, this line here, I do use this size line when I'm in the ocean, you know, because you're getting big flounders, you're going to get trout that's going to hit it, and you're going to get a few red that's going to hit this. So you see how it's hanging? I don't like that length, so I'm going to pull a little bit in. You see that? So now that's still about 6 to 8 inches from the weight. I'm just going to go give me a little bit more area line, another 6 to 8 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cross my line up. And I know a lot of guys do it this way. They hold it, they try to pinch it in the middle, and they turn it. They hold it in the middle and turn it. I don't really like that. For me, I'm left-handed, so to me it's backwards. You know, you're doing this and you're trying to hold it, and I always lose it. So I do the same thing. I gather these up. I'll send them through. You know, 1, gather it up. 2, I hear my son bus coming in the background. 3, 4. Don't hook yourself with that hook. 5, and last one, 6. And you don't have to go 6. When the thicker the line is, the less you can tie onto it. Simply because that line is thick, so you don't have to really worry about too much of the line slipping. Hey, what's up, son? I'll talk to you in a minute. So I'm going to open this up again. I'm going to bring my line, that bubble line, through here. Once it's through, I'm going to pull. And I like pulling away from this side because I don't want it to come that close to it. And then I bring it together, hold it with my mouth because I don't want it to slide in. I want to keep this line open. And pull. So I have my little setup here. I can go right through. I pinch this line a little bit. I go in, and keep in mind when I pull this too, I'm trying to put it way at the bottom and even it out. So look, now when it's going through the water, these two are not gonna they're not gonna cross. They're far enough away, and if they are a little too close, put a little pressure on it. Put a little pressure on the line to tighten those loops up. So look, when it's going through the water, watch how it's gonna come. This will never touch the ground. You're pulling, and this is coming through the water like so. So when flounders jump up, they're hitting. You can put your bait on. This is what I like using. I like using dark and light contrast. I always do that. Even if it's clear or dirty water, I still use that contrast, because you got to understand, what I found out is that dirty water or clean water, the bait fish doesn't change color. So they're straining their eyes to see, and that's what tends to happen. You can go with something like this. You know, I love this color. And let me see if I have something else over here. Oh, man. This is my quick, oh. If I want to, I can go with a white, what we call curly tails. I can put a curly tail on there and throw that. So anytime that comes through the water, they're gonna see that contrast. And you can switch out and fish two baits. Let me flip it back up. You guys can fish two baits, color baits, simply because you can see which one they're hitting on. And if they're hitting on the lighter color, take this darker color off and put two lighter colors on. Hey, you're gonna increase your chance of fishing. So this here can be used with, I almost said crappie. And if you're fishing crappie in the freshwater, that weight is gonna hold it down. And this is just gonna jiggle. You see how that's jiggling around in the water? You got more bait there, you got more hits. A lot of times I catch two crappies at one time. Now, when you're fishing in the ocean for flounders, this is right here is a great flounder rig, especially in rocks. If I'm not in a lot of rocky areas, what I'll do is put a buckhead back here as one, still with the heavy weight, same concept, heavy weight, but it has a hook back here, because I have that sand that's running through the sand. But if I'm finding out that I'm getting hooked up a lot of times on debris, bruh, I can't afford all of these weights and things like that. So I'll go ahead and put a weight on here. To me, if I'm getting hooked up and losing a lot of buckheads, those things are expensive. You're talking about $4 or $5 a buckhead. And look, and I ain't got a big country, I ain't got it like that. So, you know, this way here, I got that ideal of the buckhead here, and I got my two baits here. And if this does get hung and I pull it, weights are a lot cheaper than hooks and lures. So that's my tip right now for flounder fishing and trout fishing, because it's on the same setup. We're gonna catch both of them. And if you're in freshwater, bruh, use this setup with a weight. And now in saltwater, freshwater, I'm gonna use this weight here. Why? Because those weeds and things, it's gonna drop through those weeds and it's gonna come up, but it's gonna keep it straight, so you can get in that sweet spot. And as soon as you feel it tug, you set it, you can bring it up. So hey, that's another tip from Big Country. Chris Dowd at Big Country Living. You guys let me know how it works out for you. Love you guys. Oh, P.S. for all of you guys that's been coming up, showing me love, bruh, that my heart goes out to you. I didn't know Big Country Living was going to jump off so fast, but I've been getting a lot of love, and I have the videos that I'm going to put together with everybody coming up, telling me what they think about Big Country Living, how they like the videos, just showing me love, and I appreciate that. As many as you guys, as many people as I can, I will put you in my videos. You know, look, hey, long as you say it's okay and you're not going to sue me, hey, I'll put you in the videos, you know, because I love you guys. The love that you've been showing me, hey, bro, I love all you for that, you know. And if I can always help, you know, hey, look, hit me up, let me know.